We are the best band. We make the best album. You know, we're a great band. Not even to mention how extremely good looking we are. There's people in the Houses of Parliament, man, who are bigger heroin addicts and like cocaine addicts than anyone in this room right now.
Oasis. Liam, Noel, Gwiggs, Bonehead, and Whitey, the multi-platinum Manchester quintet, have returned after last year's band-threatening U.S. tour derailment, brandishing their third and most ambitious album to date, Be Here Now. An over 70-minute barrage of Marshall Stack-powered rock and roll. Be Here Now boasts a larger-than-life sound that echoes a musical era gone by.
I was listening to a radio show in England the other day, and somebody paid me really one of the highest compliments I've ever been paid. So some DJ said that I was the new Phil Spector with like experimenting with wall of sound which I thought. He said it was like, you know, it was that dense and that sort of massive the sound of it that was like Phil Spector. And I didn't even pay him to say that either. He actually said that off his own back.
With Be Here Now, Oasis were afforded something they didn't have on their previous two releases, 1994's Definitely Maybe, and 1995's What's the Story, Morning Glory. That something was time. For the most part, the band recorded the new album over the first few months of 1997.
Well, the first two records were done in between tours, so we had to finish the lyrics really quickly. We went and we bashed it down. We didn't have any days off or anything like that. So them records should have sounded really intense, but they sound more relaxed than this one. This one sounds a lot more intense.
I don't think it took long, you know what I mean? But there's not a problem with that. Because if we'd have done it dead quick, then we'd back out. I don't know, I talked to you about 3 months ago, wouldn't I? Yeah. On this bloody stool.
This is called a master plan.
For Noel Gallagher, Oasis' chief musical force, songwriting had typically been confined to stolen moments in hotel rooms, buses, and venues on lengthy tours. With Be Here Now, however, the songwriter set time aside to write the album, jetting off to the Caribbean island of Mystique, where he spent a month composing and creating demos for most of the album's 11 tracks.
Take the time to make some sense. What you want to say, cast your words away, far away. You know, I put myself under like quite a bit of pressure because that was the only time that was set aside for writing. So when I went to Mystique, the first week was sort of like quite slowish and maybe not one, and then as soon as like my mind was waking up, I was writing sort of like 2 or 3 songs a day sometimes.
Giving Gallagher time to compose was apparently worth it. Whereas his previous lyrics had been slighted for their simplicity, the first single, Do You Know What I Mean, offers up some of Gallagher's most personal subject matter to date. Set to a thumping sample of NWA's Straight Outta Compton, the track addresses religion and Noel's hometown of Manchester, England. Step off the train on a lone at dawn, back into the home where I was born.
The first line on the single is, you know, I stepped off the train all alone at dawn, back into the hole where I was born. But after going away and becoming successful and earning lots of money and being famous, I don't go back home to Manchester much anymore. And I actually got off the train one very early morning to go and see my mum, and sort of as soon as I got off the train, I suddenly realised, well, why I don't live there anymore. You know, because it's rubbish. I knew it had to be that one really, because as long as it wasn't another Wonderwall or Don't Look Back in Anger, which I think everybody thinks we're this sort of rock ballad group, which I hate. You know, I mean, I'd hate to think people think we're like Air Supply or something like that, or like Foreigner or something like that. If you look at the 100 greatest songs ever written, the Beatles have written at least 60 of them. And that's better than wanting to be the Velvet Underground, you know what I mean? Or wanting to be the Doors.
Oasis have never shied away from their love of the Beatles. And with Be Here Now, the comparisons continue to abound.
Beatles played guitars, we play guitars. Beatles had hair, we've got hair. Beatles had arms, we've got arms.
The band even decided to soak up some of the Fab Four's vibes by recording Be Here Now at Abbey Road Studios in London, an endeavor that was ultimately cut short.
there's like 3 studios in there, and we were playing that loud. Somebody knocked on the door one afternoon and told us some old fella, he was doing his flugelhorn overdub or something, and he came in, he's banging on the door, and he says, "I'm awfully sorry, Albin." He said, "But I don't suppose you could turn it down a minute." He said, "I'm trying to do my flugelhorn downstairs." And we was like, "Flugelhorn? Stick your flugelhorn up your arse, mate. It's a recording studio."
While Noel often makes references to the Beatles in his lyrics, such as alluding to Helter Skelter and the new track Fade In Out, this time even the album's title was Beatles-inspired. Be Here Now is a Buddhist reference John Lennon made in an interview just before his death, saying that the point of life was just to be here now. If that wasn't enough, the album's cover photo appears to hold some Beatle-esque riddles as well.
We put a white Rolls Royce in a swimming pool. The registration plate was blank, so somebody said, "Why don't we have the registration plate off the police van on Abbey Road?" All of a sudden, it's like all over the press that they've actually got a story for every single item that's in this thing that took us like 5 minutes to throw together, so let's just put that there.
Just a rock and roll cliche kind of album cover, isn't it? You know, Rolls Royce, scooter, what the clock with no hands on it, what's that got to do with the Beatles? What's a lamppost got to do with the Beatles, you know what I mean? What's the swimming pool got to do with the Beatles? We would like the Beatles, we would like them. We love them. But I think it's an Oasis album, this one. I think we've got where we're going.
We don't sit in the studio, and this is the God's honest truth, and like listen to like Abbey Road or anything like that. I mean, people can say what they like, you know, as far as I'm concerned, but to me it's all music, and it doesn't belong to the Beatles. It doesn't belong to anybody else. It belongs to all of us.
One of the pinnacle moments in Oasis' career to date was their sold-out pair of shows in their hometown of Manchester before 120,000 fans in the spring of 1996. It was a crowning achievement for the working-class lads who for years had dreamed of finding a way out of the dead-end life it seemed fate had dealt them. A life amidst crime and drugs, all set to the music of Mancunian mainstays, The Smiths and Happy Mondays.
You have to understand where I come from. Anyone that's got a guitar is considered like a lunatic, and you get the guitar broken over the back of your head. So, you know, for me to even consider being in a band at that point, or even Liam to consider being in a band and say to your mates, "Oh, I'm in a band." A band? What do you mean a band? You mean like play an instrument? Yeah, so he must be gay if he plays an instrument.
As a kid, were people like giving you encouragement?
No. You've got to feel good about your own, you know what I mean? It's like, if from your own point of view, you know what I mean? Surely someone's telling Michael Bolton he's great, you know what I mean? Right now, "Hey Michael, you're great." You know what I mean? And he's going, "Ah, yeah, cool, but you're a wanker, isn't he?" You know what I mean?
While many perceive Oasis to be Noel Gallagher's conception, the band was in fact founded by bassist Paul McGuigan and guitarist Paul Bonehead Arthurs, who ushered in singer Liam Gallagher and drummer Tony McCarroll. But the band had little direction until the senior Gallagher came to their first gig in 1991.
Well, I went to see these when they'd done the first gig at Boardwalk in Manchester, and I thought it was alright, but the songs were crap. So they said, "Do you want a guitarist?" And
He said, "Really? Can I be in your band?" I went, "Yeah, of course you can. Only if you like the song."
However it went down, Noel did come, packing songs in one hand and his guitar in the other. He laid down a strict schedule of rehearsals, which the others were happy to comply with after getting an impressive sample of his music.
whatever got me. I remember him coming into rehearsals, he played it on acoustic guitar. I was like, who wrote, where'd you get that from? You didn't write that, did you? I was like, I couldn't believe it.
Well, once I got into it and realised, you know, after about 6 months how good the band actually was, together as like 5 people playing, then it was like, well, you know, we're either going to do this properly or we're not going to do it at all. And doing it properly means, you know, setting out to be the biggest and the best band in the world and not be pissing about.
Things took off from there. After a 4-song set at Glasgow's King Tut's Wawa Hut, the band was signed to Sony Music Worldwide to release their first LP, Definitely Maybe. Definitely Maybe showcased Noel's first collection of songs, as well as the distinctive vocal delivery and on-stage presence of frontman Liam.
I've never held a microphone in my hand in my life. Never, ever had one in my hand like that, just like that. I don't think I'm a performer. I'm just a singer because I'm anti-charismatic. You know, I'm not jumping around business and wooing the crowd going, come on, yeah. You know, that's just sing. Come on, everyone clap, come on. Let's have the first row. Come on, everyone, come on, let's put it together for the forever. Come on, I can't hear you.
While Definitely Maybe was the fastest-selling debut album ever in England, commercial success didn't happen stateside until Oasis' sophomore effort, What's the Story, Morning Glory. Morning Glory saw new drummer Alan White replace the ousted Tony McCarroll, who to this day is trying to sue the band for millions in compensatory damages. Because maybe you're gonna be the one that saves me. Still, on the strength of their ballad Wonderwall, Morning Glory's mid-tempo tracks sold America on Oasis as the album went quadruple platinum. You're my Wonderwall. Oasis supported their albums with dogged tour schedules, crisscrossing America on 8 separate occasions, which Noel determined was necessary in order to succeed stateside.
It was us that said we were going to be the biggest band in the world, so it's us that have now got to go out and improve it, and to do that, I'm afraid you have to spend most of your life on the road, so we shut our big mouths off, now we're just going to have to go and pay the consequences, aren't we?
Noel's words were prophetic. By the summer of 1996, consequences began to present themselves.
Liam ain't going to be with us tonight because he's got sore throat, so stuck with the ugly four.
The band's non-stop tour, record, tour again routine took an inevitable toll. Liam's voice gave out, ironically, just in time for MTV's Unplugged taping. Big brother Noel was left to pick up the slack as Liam, looking rather fit, looked on from the balcony. Band tensions intensified after Liam failed to arrive in Chicago for the next leg of their U.S. tour, opting instead to look for a new house back in London.
2 things, laryngitis, nowhere to live.
Some people here are saying you've got an arrogant attitude.
Oh yeah, that's what makes Oasis, innit?
I mean, I can sing, you know what I mean? I can sing as well as he can. I mean, I'm in no way like a frontman or anything like that. It's going to be hard work.
Liam did manage to rejoin Oasis in time for the band's performance at the 1996 MTV Video Music Awards. The reunion was cut short, however, just days later, and the band scrapped the remaining dates of the tour after an especially nasty row between the Gallagher brothers. Rumor had it that the band was through.
You get so bored travelling around the country anyway that you'll just be sat on the back of a bus and you'll be drunk. And it's usually alcohol more than anything else, and someone will just go, "Where'd you get them shoes from?" I go, "Well, what's up with them?" Someone will say, "You calling them my shoes?" And before you know it, it's like descending into like a brawl, you know. And someone's left the band because of like a pair of shoes. You'd have been in England at that point. God almighty, I tell you, man, it was like the Queen had, you know, had injected crack up her arse, something like that, man. The coverage was like, I got back to Heathrow Airport, I said, is there anybody outside? And then these doors opened and it was just this sea of like people.
We've been on the road for 3 years non-stop, full on. And when we weren't on stage playing, we were in the studio recording.
We didn't walk away from anything, we just needed to go home.
It was only 3 gigs. Everyone's, it's like, you know, the end of the world. But my thing was, it would have been worse doing the gigs actually, the mood that the camp was in, because nobody really wanted to play together, really. Everyone just wanted to go home.
Once home, Liam and Noel sorted things out, deciding to take an extended holiday before venturing into the next album. Still, touring in support of the new record seems a daunting task. Sort of.
If we could work out a system where everybody in the world came to our rehearsal room, sort of maybe once every Saturday night for a couple of hours, that'd be fantastic. But, you know, it's not going to work like that, is it? You know, you've got to get on and, you know, you have to get on that plane and sit in first class drinking champagne all the way, you know what I mean? Life's a bitch, isn't it? Wouldn't wish it upon anyone. Get a proper job, kids.